Dito sa Sari-Sari Etc., we will talk about who will and who won't be impacted by the travel ban after the June 26, 2017 U.S. Supreme Court's decision. Here with us today para mas mapag-usapan ito is Attorney Diza from Reeves, Miller, Zhang, and Diza. Attorney, nice to see you. Kamusta po kayo?
Hi, Lee. It's great to be here.
Yan,
Thank you.
maraming salamat for being here. Let's kick this off with this question. What is the EO or executive order na nag-create nitong travel ban na ito? Oh, travel ban na naman. Go ahead.
Totoo yan. I mean, nung nag-inaugurate si President Trump as President of the United States noong January, ang una niyang inimplement, kabilat kanan kaliwa, na executive order against immigration, isa dyan yung travel ban. And if you recall, Lee, meron din yung mga ending ng sanctuary cities and other like that, expedited removal, isa sa mga yon. Pero maraming challenges at maraming mga ka-nation natin na nag-oppose at nagpunta sa court at kinwestiyon yung travel ban na yan. Unfortunately, the court said it's unconstitutional.
Okay.
So then, ang president natin, alam naman natin ang position niya sa immigration, he created another one in March.
Okay.
Now, naming Syria, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen.
Right.
Ang sinasabi niya na we're protecting the nation against terrorism and prohibiting them to enter the United States, whether as a non-immigrant or as a visitor or as an immigrant.
Okay.
So then, alam natin na ang mga states, kasama dyan ang California, New York, Washington, and several other states went to district court to challenge the constitutionality ng travel ban na yan. And we won, right? Marami mga immigration attorneys kagaya ko, we went to airports and, help people who are affected.
Take it sitting down.
Exactly. Affected by this travel ban. Unfortunately, the district court said, yes, this is unconstitutional.
Yes.
But the administration appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court. Unfortunately, noong June 26, 2017, ito na yung sabi ng Supreme Court, will take the case. Wala pang final decision ito, Lee. Sinasabi lang ng Supreme Court, we will decide the case in October, yung susunod naming session.
Okay.
But, sinasabi nila is that the government can continue to implement yung travel ban na yan.
Alright. Sino ang mga kakayanin or makakapasok ng madali sa United States?
Yung mga 6 dominated countries na nabanggit natin, they are prohibited. But, pwede pa silang pumasok dito kung mayroon silang existing na tourist visa.
Okay.
Ang naapektuhan lang dito, Lee, is yung mga wala pa before June 26, 2017. So kung mayroon kang 10-year multiple visa, pwede silang labas-pasok pa rin. No, kung mayroon silang employment visa, tourist visa, if they're coming here to attend a conference, nag-speech sila, nag-lecture sila, or may mga family members sila dito na pinipetition.
Okay.
So then, they are still able to come here and should not be affected by the travel ban.
Okay. Oh, here's a good question. And I'm sure medyo klaro naman sa inyo, pero if anything, i-reiterate natin, Attorney, does this affect Filipinos?
So don't worry sa mga ka-nation natin, kung mayroon po kayong valid immigrant or non-immigrant visa, kung mayroon kayong, kung green card po kayo, there's no reason to panic. You travel, umuwi po kayo sa Pilipinas, bisitahin kung kinakailangan, umuwi, Kung may valid non-immigrant visa po kayo, kagaya ng tourist visa, employment visa, L1, EU2, H1B, you travel. I mean, hindi po dapat kayo affected.
Right.
Unless, of course, meron kayong criminal conviction or medyo delikado yung immigration history nyo in the past. But definitely, for Filipinos, hindi po tayo affected.
Anyway, with that, Attorney, please, any last words of advice para sa ating mga ka-nation para, kung hindi man sila masyadong worried, dahil alam nilang di sila apektado nito, but still, para lang makalma, dahil, this is a very touchy subject because a lot of us are, obviously, labas-pasok sa Amerika. Sa
ating mga ka-nation, sa bagong administration natin, abangan po natin kung ano yung mga batas, kung ano mga executive order na ilalabas. Alam natin yung isang, before we end, siguro yung isang Department of State policy na pahirapan din nila yung mga mag-a-apply ng mga tourist visa or immigrant visa. Tatanungin nila yung biographic information ng mga applicants for the last 15 years, saan kayo tumira, saan kayo nagtrabaho, ano ang social media nyo, anong telephone number, email address. But having an attorney, if you have some immigration issues, it's advisable to consult a reputable and who specialize in immigration attorney. Call our office, nasa screen po ninyo yan. Reeves, Miller, Zhang, and Diza. Maraming salamat and thanks for having me.
Maraming salamat, Attorney.
Thank you.
Magkikita tayong ulit para maibahagi natin sa mga ka-nation natin itong mga importanteng updates with regards to immigration.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Pleasure to have you.